Therapists, how would it feel to add an extra 10 to 20 plus patients to your caseload every single month with just the click of a button? And yes, that was a rhetorical question because I know it would feel amazing. But first of all, if we haven't met yet, just to introduce myself, my name is Jared Schwartz. I'm the CEO and founder of Practice Partners. Who are we? Practice Partners. Who are they? We are an all-inclusive marketing partner for your therapy practice. Okay, we only work with mental health professionals. We are a team of mental health advocates who's super uber passionate about giving back, helping you guys grow your practices. Over the past few years, we have worked with 1,000 small businesses doing marketing and consulting, and that includes over 300 private practice owners. We have managed over $1 million in ad spend, and we have invested multiple six figures into marketing research, training, mentorships, studies, so that you don't have to, okay? So all of the programs, the glitz and the glamour that you've seen out there, we know about it, we've purchased it, we've researched it, and we've tested it to see what works, and we have put the best elements into this system for you. And actually, once you sign up with the program, we'll talk a little bit more about that. But for professional purposes, we're not going to exactly go into it. And a little bit of backstory on the company. We were founded in 2023, so just about almost 2 years ago. And in that time, based on the pure success of our program and the success rate with the clients, which we'll get into in a second, we have already grown to a six-figure run rate. Okay. Got ahead of myself. This is exactly why we do it. And whether this gives you a little bit of motivation, gives you that extra push to start growing, at the end of the day, helping people, as you know best, who don't have the skill of marketing, weren't taught that in school, and being able to help people who bring good to the world and make care more available for the people that need it is one of the most fulfilling outcomes that we could ever possibly imagine. So I put together a quick montage of some of a few of our clients, kind of highlighting some of their success and their stories within the program.
70 to 80 leads. From the ads, I've gotten about 70 to 80 leads. I lost count. I've converted about 15 people. I have a few people dating.
The last few weeks, I've spoke to probably 15 people and converted probably 5.
I've never gotten so many freaking likes on these ads. I mean, I've been with that other company for a year, and there's been no likes on any of my ads. I've gotten nothing. It's been incredible.
How many clients is that closed now?
And now you're going to turn over 2 more, which is Teresa and that's driving in from Indiana. That's 5.
I mean, this is the first time we've actually gotten leads with somebody that's saw the ad and clicked on the link and filled it out, and it's just somebody local. Both, but we've tried all the things before.
Total throughout the program, you're just about halfway through. How many clients have you converted?
I couldn't even tell you because there's so many. Probably 10 because it started slow.
Yeah, probably right. And those 10 have been in the last month or so. And so we still got 2 months to go. And what was your goal? You said
20, 25.
And I worked with this other marketing they've done the Facebook ads, but I never had this kind of support. And I've never had the logarithm that you guys have. I've never had this kind of response.
You guys are really good at figuring out how to find the strengths of the practice and market that through targeted ads. And that is something I'm not good at. So I want the best to take on what I'm lacking. And you guys really, it feels like you're the best. I mean,
honestly, I'd say try it because you're going to get the leads. And yes, it takes a little bit of work. If you're willing to work for it, you're going to get your calendar full. I'm not in it for the money is my problem, but some people are, and this would really help.
So as you can see, we work with some amazing clients, and being able to help them is one of the greatest joys of our lives. And so hopefully you can be up there one day as well. But just to kind of show you, what we do, who we do it for, that's the picture. And as you can see, we have many, many other success stories from people who, are just starting their practice and getting their first clients in the door, to people who have 2 or 3 clinicians and even 7 or 8 clinicians who need 5 to 10 new patients every single week. We work with it all, and we can put together a custom plan for your needs. So what are we going to cover from here on out? So I want to go over a few things. First, the 4 key milestones of your practice growth, and how to get a gauge of where you're at now, and what we actually do to help you throughout that process. All right. We'll go over some mistakes that some practices are currently making, and why others are ahead of the curve. Why marketing alone won't get you there, right? That's only 50% of the battle, actually. The other 50% is follow-up, having systems, good leadership for your intake coordinators and employees, and also the mindset that you kind of need to build a thriving practice. And then if you want to move forward, there's a few steps to take, and how to actually determine if this is the right fit for you. So I'm going to glance through it, and then we'll go way more in depth. But the first thing we do is we build an offer. We get to know, your ideal client archetype. We're going to qualify all of your leads. We're going to set up a direct automated booking system, and then we're going to set up a follow-up system for you and teach you how to do that correctly. That is the stuff that no one focuses on. Okay, so to begin, we're going to start with putting together your offer. So once you get in the program, you're going to sit down with one of our coaches or myself, and we're going to ask you a series of interview-based questions, right? So these are going to really dial down to the nitty-gritty what your ideal client looks like. Okay, we're going to really focus on, as you can see here in the left-hand corner, the USPs, the unique selling points of your practice. What makes you different? What makes you stand out? And as you can see, I bulleted here what the other companies aren't telling you. What the other companies aren't telling you, and agencies or marketing companies you might go to that work with therapists and work with chiropractors and work with dentists and work with realtors and work with med spas, etc., is they're really using a copy and paste system. Okay, so what they're doing is they're not getting into the nitty gritty of your practice. They're not finding the issues that need to be specialized, and that can work in those industries, but in therapy, it doesn't work, because every therapist is truly different, and there's something, a certain archetype, a certain niche that you work with that is different. I've never met 2 clients that are the same in all of my work. So we're going to really get down to the nitty gritty. And as you can see, I can't give away all of it, but here's some of it on the right-hand side. I also have this amazing video.
Does your anxiety feel like it's taken over?
We use for some of our for one of our clients.
Thoughts, endless self-doubt, restless nights. You're not alone, and you don't have to feel this way forever. At Healing Our Parts, we specialize in virtual therapy that helps you break free from overwhelming emotional cycles. Our therapists go beyond symptom management, helping you explore the deeper causes behind your stress.
So I'm not going to get too into it, because obviously that is copyrighted content, courtesy of our team. But as you can see, super detail oriented, super customized to what you're actually trying to attract. So the second thing is we want to make sure you're not wasting time with any tire kickers, right? So second part is pre-qualification. We're going to pre-qualify for 4 things. A lot of you guys are only licensed to practice in certain areas, so we're going to make sure that they live in those areas. We're actually able to target the top 10% of income brackets. So these people will have the means to pay for your services. And we will make sure that they actually understand the service by highlighting those USPs and are in true need, and that they're also wanting to start super, super fast. So you're not wasting your time, and you can fill up your calendar quickly. And there's a few ways that we actually do this. So the first is through Facebook targeting. As you can see here on the left, we're able to reach anywhere from, over 15 million, different users at a time, as you can see here. And sometimes it's even more. It's, 20 and 30 million. And as you can see under detailed targeting, we're able to target the top 25%, 10%, 5% of household income brackets. And we'll also put them through a quick, questionnaire where we can see if they qualify to work with you. So we usually see about 50% of leads actually make it through the forms. And that's a really good sign because we know, you're buying your time back in that way. Number 3 is we'll set up your automated booking process. Every lead that comes in will come to a specifically designed landing page just like this with your calendar there and your time slots open and available. We will send them automated reminders. We will help you with lead nurturing. Okay, those are the 2 most important things to make sure that your show rate stays high. We typically see above a 65% show. Most of the time it's over 80%, but 65% is usually the lowest that you will see. And so, that's all through the automated system. And we also do have the in-house appointment setter option where we will place a trained intake coordinator to get on the phone with those leads and make sure that they get into your office or into your virtual calendar. And the last thing that we do, and this is the most important piece, is sales training. I'm going to lift my thing up here so you guys can see. And if you're watching this, I know probably like 80% of you are like, I'm great at sales. I don't need sales training. But trust me, please, you do. Even if it's just a little bit, it's so important to just first understand the distinction between a regular referral and a social media marketing ad. Now, referrals are hard to come by. They're great when you do, but they're not a sustainable way to, grow your practice. There's no guarantee there that the referrals are going to maintain consistent. With Facebook ads, all you have to do is simply click the on switch once the campaign is built out, which we do for you, and leads begin to pile in after, a matter of hours. So typically, a lead will see your ad, they'll be very excited, they'll sign up, they'll put in their information, they'll ask you to contact them, but they're still a little skeptical. They may meet you, and they may still be a little skeptical after that first call. But then they'll have their consultation call, which is a Zoom call where they see your face, they see your practice, they feel your energy, and then maybe they finally have that first session, and then they're all the way there. So that's where the important piece really comes in. It's in that nurture, and we also do a few other things like helping you send out value, helping you put together things like ebooks, lead magnets that really makes these people feel cared for. And that is the difference between a referral and an ad and a social media ad lead. As referrals have seen your website. If I had a friend who told me to come see you, and I trust that friend said has great things to say about you, I'm going to go in and sign up without any hesitation. But there is a little bit more warming up that we have to do with these social media leads, okay? We have to show them the value. A lot of the times, actually, I'm not going to get into that because that's in the program, but we have to show them the value, okay? And we have to, and once you can master that, you're never going to have to worry about a new client again. So that's really the 4th aspect of the program. And we have our sales training course. Some of our team members, and don't get this twisted. Sales doesn't have to be like, a lot of people don't like the whole concept of sales because sales is known as sleazy, as manipulative, and I promise you that it does not have to be that way, and the methods we teach are not that way. There's a different approach that you can go about it with that's really going to help you scale your practice. So we have a course that is put together by myself. I have years of sales experience. I've closed multiple 6 figures in deals and have helped practices do the same. We have a few advisors that are Wall Street stockbrokers. So they have kind of molded their experience into the therapy niche. So as I mentioned, we've done all the research, we have all the experience, and we put it together for you. And so you'll get access to the course when you sign up with us. We have a combined of over 80 years of sales experience within the company. And you will also get weekly calls where we'll role play, and we will work together to find the perfect script and the perfect pitch, the perfect positioning for your service to make sure anyone you get on the phone is either going to be with you or pointed in the right direction. We also have the podcast. Episode 1 and 2 are out right now. And on these podcasts, we do talk about some very successful marketing and sales strategies that our current clients are using to really build their caseloads. We have 2 more episodes in the queue that are coming out in the next few weeks, so stay tuned. First, we had Mike on a few months ago. Mike, at this point, just started, was about a month and a half in, had 15 clients on this caseload. He is now over, I believe, 6 months in, and Mike has filled up his practice to the brim. I believe he's over 50 patients scheduled, and they are approaching $500,000 run rate, which is absolutely exceptional. We are so proud of you, Mike. You are an absolute pleasure to work with. Linda as well. At the time of recording, as you saw in that clip, she was just about, a little over 10 clients, and she is approaching her way to her goal of 20 clients, some cash pay, some private insurance. I believe she's almost there. She's at about 15 or 16 at the point of recording. So she's going to hit that really soon. And, hopefully she can get a little bit more, if she wants it. But yeah. And so the overall point of why marketing won't get you there alone, as we kind of discussed, it's 50% marketing, 50% sales, which equals 100% success. So if you can master those 2 things, you will be able to fill up your practice. And quite frankly, you don't even have to master marketing, and you don't even have to fully master sales, because we are able to do that for you. Okay. So at this point, now that we've kind of gone through a lot of different options, a lot of what we actually do, you probably are asking the question, and it's very valid, can you do this on your own? The answer is yes. You can absolutely go and do this on your own. You can take a little bit of what I've shown you. You can do some research. But at the end of the day, it is a guessing game when you're doing that. When you work with us, you get access to our proven system, our proven SOPs that we put in place for you. And so literally what that means is that at all times, you're going to have around 8 to 10 employees physically working on your account all throughout the day. So ads managers that are optimizing your ads, okay? Technicians that are making sure your leads are actually getting funneled into the right places and high level, making sure that the automations are sent out correctly, rescripting, tracking your numbers, your percentages, remaking ads in case, we test tens of ads per account, and, the editing styles that we use, the data we have on that, which editing style works per different niche, per different client. So there's a lot of different X's and O's that go into it. And if you're willing to take the time and the trial and tribulation to learn marketing and sales on your own, then go ahead and do it. But if you want to fill up your caseload quickly, all that takes is really the first call with us, okay? And we'll kind of take you through all that and next steps. But I want to go over who this is for. This is for therapists who are confident in their skill sets, and they're ready to make a bigger impact. You're ready to help more people. You just haven't found the traction yet to get those people in the door. If you're looking to help more patients, and from a financial perspective, you're looking to add on an extra $10,000 to $100,000 into your practice consistently. Yes, this works for solo and group practitioners. And lastly, I like to call them workaholics who are ready to get their hands dirty, but not too dirty. Our program is done for you. So there isn't too much you have to do besides believing in yourself and taking that step and understanding that there are nuances to the way, marketing and sales work, in the 21st century. Who this isn't for is therapists who aren't willing to follow a proven process or a set of directions, right? I like to describe our program as bowling lanes. You can swerve in and out of the bowling lane, but you can't go from bowling lane to bowling lane. We know what works. We have tested it over thousands and thousands of accounts. As I said, we have spent the money, we have spent the time so that you don't have to. So there has to be a level of trust that's there from both sides, to ensure that this is going to work, and let us do our thing so that we can let you go and do yours. Second, it's people who aren't willing to step out of their comfort zone and do something a little extraordinary to get extraordinary results. And lastly, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not. It takes time. A lot of people do end up getting clients in the first month, but it takes time if you're looking to build a group practice and learn those skills. It takes time. It takes practice and lead nurturing, building up that stack. And again, it's not too much time. It's really a matter of a few months, but it's not a matter of a week, that you'll turn on the ads and, be a multimillionaire. Okay, so if you're interested, you can book your call with me or one of our advisors at the link in the calendar down below, and we'll send you a confirmation as well as access to some of our resources and our podcasts. And you can, see if you qualify. And two things that we ask is, if you do after booking have to reschedule, there is a link that will be sent out to you. And if you do wish to reschedule, please let us know 24 hours in advance, or just go ahead and reschedule on our own. Our advisors, they all have other stuff going on with their lives, and they take the time out of their day to do a free practice audit and literally walk through your practice A through Z, and give you, even if you don't decide to sign up with us, give you the tools that you need to go ahead and build this thing up. So, we're there, we're ready. So we ask you, just please, if something comes up, if there's an emergency, we totally understand. Just let us know. And second, we like to move fast. We like to work with decision makers, okay? We do ask that you consult any decision makers prior to the call, or you have them join the call with you, all right? A lot of times we like to get the ball rolling and actually move forward on the first call if everything lines up, which is why I kind of like to take you A through Z to what we actually do here. So come ready, come excited, because this is very exciting. We're going to go through A through Z what you're doing and how we can make it better. So it really is an exciting time, and we do not work with everybody. We hope that will be a great fit. And at the end of the day, if you qualify, we're going to do some amazing work together. And I can't wait to see you on the other side and meet you, and hopefully have you on the podcast one day soon. But yeah, with that said, that's kind of the ins and outs of our program. That's what we do, how we do it, who we've helped. And so if you're interested, you now know how to take the next step. I wish you all a blessed rest of your morning, day, evening, whatever it is on your side of the world. And again, if you're watching this, thank you for doing what you do. You make a huge contribution and impact to the world. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I look forward to hopefully working together. All right, take care.